Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Cardinals are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Jaguars, who will need to solve that secondary. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Arizona Cardinals. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. All right now.
Palmer now off the bootleg. And he finds a man with a crossing route. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Get ready.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Here we go. Blue 50.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Hey, get ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Palmer backing up. And he can't get away from the pressure. Palmer sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd.
Get ready. Wide 18. Wide 18. Mirror. Check.
Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Taken from just outside the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Now look at the starting unit, and here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, I like that one. Allen Robinson, I loved coming out of Penn State. Everyone kept telling me he's not fast enough, and I kept pointing to the film and saying yes, but he catches everything. He's definitely a threat.
Going with a short yardage man, Gronkowski. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. So on fourth down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's the first time in this game that Carson Palmer finds Larry Fitzgerald. Likely won't be the last, but how about the way these two have helped each other's careers?
Yeah, they really have. It's hard to believe with Fitzgerald, but really both of these guys, how long they've been in the league now. But Fitzgerald catch 3rd overall pick back in 2004.
Yeah, how about that? Remember Carson Palmer, a former Heisman Trophy winner? He's finally found a real home in Arizona. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now Palmer to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the Cardinal field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. And we were scoreless up until this point in the 2nd quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along? Or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
But they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Yeldon, the lone running back. On second down, here's Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Well, still in search of the first down after that last completion. An extra DB added here for the Cards on 3rd.
Blitzer play coverage.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Again, it's Yeldon, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Lee. 11 yards for number 11.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Bortles gives to Yeldon on the draw. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Bortles sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Cards are going to have a 1st down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes